But let's go first to the Gold Coast, where cyclist Linda Villumsen has just won silver in the 25k women's road trial. That's a real test, that course. Her silver medal follows a bronze won by Olympic rower turned cyclist Hamish Bond in the men's event, the same course this afternoon, and a flood of medals overnight. Joining us now from the Gold Coast is our sports reporter, Joe Porter, who is beaming and live. Joe, it's lovely to have you with us again. Let's talk about the cycling. Good day in the road trial.
Yeah, absolutely. Cycling once again proving a great place for medals for New Zealand. Hamish Bond up first in the men's time trial, sitting in that hot seat for a long time in top position, the gold medal position, before being bumped back to bronze. But a fantastic effort from the former Olympic rowing champion. He's not long been a cyclist, so quite an incredible journey for him. And then Linda Villumsen, of course, a wonderful athlete who's had success in the past, but can be up and down at times with her performance. Silver in the women's time trial to go one step better than Hamish, and a fantastic result for the veteran cyclist for her. So wonderful day for New Zealand in the road time trial.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic night last night for David Litty, who won what was a surprise gold, although I think David is... He snuck in under the radar a little bit. I think there were some people who had high expectations for him. So he did magnificently with the combined weight of 403 kg, which was a Commonwealth record. Laurel Hubbard, though, heartbreaking from her, withdrawing from the competition due to injury. What's the prognosis for Laurel long term? Is this the end of her career, Joe?
Well, it could be, quite potentially. Laurel herself said today that her arm is busted, for lack of a better medical term, and she's going to have to undergo surgery to get it fixed. At 40 years old, it's going to be a long road back for her to get back into a competition where that part of her elbow is particularly important for weightlifting. Simon Kent, her coach, spoke to Kate Newton today from RNZ and discussed exactly what Laurel would need to do to get back into competition and the fact that her career might now be over.
Joe, we have that interview somewhere, but it's not popping up at the moment. You're still there, aren't you?
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, well,
I'm here, John.
Well, we're delighted you're there. I can hear the wind. Gosh, it's windy on the Gold Coast. We've got it, so let's go. Sorry, Joe, stay there because I want to talk to you in a sec. Let's go back to Laurel Hubbard's coach talking to Kate Newton.
Laurel intimated outside she's completely ruptured what's called the medial collateral ligament of your elbow, so it's going to need surgery, and obviously elbows are a pretty integral part of our sport, so at 40 years of age, yeah, it's going to be tough, but that'll be Laurel's decision whether, you know, in 6-12 months time, does she pull the pin or does she come back again?
Yeah, obviously not the way she wanted these games to go.
No, but I've been really impressed by her attitude. You know, I was out back with her, and you know, my gut was to not go for the heavier weight, but she looked me in the eye and she said, no, I want the 132, and you know, I wasn't going to say no to it. So I love the way she just wanted to come and not just turn up, to actually, you know, test herself. So full credit to her, really.
Yeah, and I mean, you say sitting backstage with her and she told you that she wanted the heavier weight and then went out there and that happened. I mean, kind of what was running through your mind at that point?
Well, that it's sport. You've got to be, you know, you can't make decisions based on what ifs. So, you know, Laurel's done 131 before, so I didn't put it on thinking this could be injury potential. Look, she got really buoyed by the reaction she got when she went out for her first lift. You know, that really energised her and gave her the confidence to want to go out there and try records.
It would have been great to be able to ask her this question, but I mean, how do you think the experience has been over here for the Games, with sort of everything, I guess, that has kind of gone on, both the injury and, you know, reaction to her inclusion has kind of been for her?
Yeah, look, she's taking it all in her stride. She's very much a valued member of our team, and yeah, the few days she's been here, she's blended in and fitted in well, not just to the weightlifting team, but to the wider Olympic team, Commonwealth Games team. It's a hugely complex issue, but as the current legislation stands from the IOC and then our governing body, the IWF, you know, those are the rules, and you know, people are entitled to their opinion, but at the end of the day, she's pretty courageous for what she's been doing.
Simon Kent, Laurel Hubbard's coach, talking to our reporter Kate Newton. Let's go back to Joe on the windy old Gold Coast too. I hope you're back with us live. Thanks, Joe. Interesting watching David Litty last night. So excited, and that is a beautiful story of possibility. I can't wait to see what that kid's going to do. Tom Walsh, he won gold and looks slightly bummed out that he didn't set a new world record. You were there, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right. He was a little bit disappointed. He was really chasing that world record very hard. He still thinks it's well within his reach. Unfortunately, it was sort of Tom Walsh versus Tom Walsh last night, and his mental game got the better of him. And he tried too hard, essentially, and technique was foregone because of that. Disappointing in some ways, but of course he's now a Commonwealth Games champion, and he's got many big throws ahead of him. So still a wonderful result for Tom Walsh, and he should still feel very proud.
Well, any medal prospects tonight, Joe?
Yeah, a quieter night for the New Zealand athletes tonight. There's a few members in the pool racing. Jesse Reynolds in the para 100 metre backstroke, men's para 100 metre backstroke, is a definite medal chance. And of course, in the women's hammer throw, Julia Ratcliffe is a gold medal, a genuine gold medal contender. So we'll be back at the athletics track, keeping an eye on that. And just before I go, John, I would just like to say that Laurel Hubbard has carried herself with grace, dignity and humility throughout this competition, in the face of a lot of controversy, in the face of a lot of dissent from other people, and she has done all of New Zealand proud, and we should all be proud of her.
Joe Porter, really nicely put. Joe Porter joining us live from the Gold Coast.